In Scotland, a very important east-to-west waterway called the Forth and Clyde Canal once joined Glasgow and Edinburgh. This linked with the Union Canal, which ran south. With the advent of railways, canals were gradually abandoned and the land reclaimed for other uses. Today there is a revival of canal use for recreation and tourism. Unfortunately, where a lock gate system no longer exists, a problem is encountered. One such problem was encountered at Falkirk. To replace the long-gone lock gates, a wheel lift was planned, where vessels can now pass up and down in the same cycle in a one-stage lift and independent of water flow. Level difference between the two canals here is 35 metres. Historically, it was previously navigated through 11 separate locks spread over 1.5 kilometres. Each turn of the wheel moves 600 tonnes of water in 4 minutes and uses only 1.5 kilowatts of energy to do so. About the same to boil out kettles for cups of tea. The £84.5 million wheel was opened by the Queen in 2002. It's a modern civil engineering masterpiece and is the only one of its type in the world. Tourists are welcome to visit the wheel and can take a round trip through the system to see how it works. Now, this traffic helps to provide revenue for the ongoing existence of the wheel and the waterways. The wheel is always balanced because the two gondolas are of equal size. And since a boat displaces its own weight in water, a gondola with a boat inside is no heavier than an empty gondola. Each gondola can take up to 4 20-metre boats at one turn.
2 midships here, port and starboard side, and there's 2 aft, port and starboard side after the last row of seats. There's also one right behind Joe, and that'll take you onto the bridge at the back and you can go off either side. You can't get off and the only way is up from here. We're riding in gondola number 1. Inside you can walk all the way through there. If you stand up you'll see actually 2 boats going down on the other side. There we go. But don't all move to the one side of the boat, please. And that's Russell standing there with his hands in his pockets looking very interested. Hello, Russell! If you have a look up to your left, you'll see a big black gate. And you'll see the rubber steel down the side and along the bottom.
After a vessel completes the upward pass and exits the gondola, it goes through a tunnel into a turning basin. Boats establish their place in the queue here when it's busy and also wait for passage clearance through the wheel. Our tour boat turns here and heads back through the tunnel towards the wheel. Looking along the aqueduct towards the wheel, we clearly see the width pinch, a concrete obstacle which prevents any oversized boat from approaching the wheel. We easily pass through the pinch, because I think he's done it before, and as we approach the wheel, A canal boat has almost completed an upward pass. As might be expected in this day and age, a computer controls all the operations and the signal. Our skipper very carefully positions our boat right up to the end of the gondola, careful not to go too far. Boy, what a view.
Look in the back basin. Go down the centre of the canal. There's about 14 to 17 hours. You would do.
By keeping the water levels identical in the upper and lower basins, almost no water flows in or out of the gondola when the seals open. The system is thus independent of water flow in the canals. Completing our downward pass, we are finally back in the lower basin after a trip which took less than an hour. In the traditional lock system, the same tour would have taken 28 hours if canal water flow was good. A very interesting device indeed. It never fails to amaze me just how clever the Scots are.